Okay.
Hi, Delaware. This is Charlie. My wife Teresa's over there. She's mixing up some kaolin clay. Last year we started our orchard in Delaware, and it's the first time we've had like an orchard like this. And we got hit with a bunch of bugs. And I know some people on the Delaware gardening group had asked about the bugs and what we were doing about them for our trees. So you can see behind me, we have a peach tree and another peach tree. So Teresa is going to go over what we do for our peach trees, specifically the kaolin clay. All right, and did I say it's Friday the 20th, June 20th? All right, let me press pause and then I'm going to get Teresa.
Okay. Hi. This is Teresa.
That's my beautiful wife, guys. She is 69 years old and she is an avid gardener. And if you have questions, she was a naturalist by her employment, and she's always had big gardens, but this is our first time in Delaware. So if you have questions, post them in the comments and we'll see if we can get Teresa to answer them for you. What are we doing today, honey?
Today I'm going to mix up another batch of kaolin clay. It goes by the trade name right now as it's called Surround.
Let me show the bag. That's Surround. That's like a 25-pound bag, and I pretty much heard that that's the way you got to buy it, but it's not too expensive. So then you have to mix it up?
It's refined more than some people might have kaolin clay at home to use for their cosmetics and things, but this is even more refined. This is specifically used as a crop protectant. I have a 2-gallon sprayer, and I put 4 gallons of the Surround in
4 gallons?
Yeah.
Okay.
4 cups, sorry.
4 cups.
4 cups in 2 gallons.
Okay.
This is about a 2-cup measuring cup. It's the bottom of a liter bottle. They tell you to fill it halfway and then put the clay in.
Fill it halfway with water.
With water, yeah.
Then you put your clay in and let it, and you're going to mix it up and then add the rest of the water. Now this will clog up your sprayer, so you have to clean your sprayer right after you're done.
Yeah, after I empty it each time, I do run water through the sprayer. And I know how to take the sprayer all apart. So I've rammed sticks and all kinds of pipe cleaners and things into the sprayer to keep it clear. I just cleaned it, so it should work. I'm going to add a little bit more water. The idea is not to make it bubble.
Why is that, hon?
Because then it's not diluted properly.
If it's sudsing up. Okay.
But you do want it to be thoroughly mixed. And as I spray, you'll probably see me jumping up and down with it, shaking it around, doing a dance, anything to keep it suspended in the water. Now, we've seen several people on YouTube use this, and they've had a lot of success with their fruit trees. And also, some people have tried it on their squash plants to keep the squash vine borers and the squash bugs off. I haven't tried that yet.
Right. And we started our orchard last year. We planted the peach trees last year. Well, you'll get a look at those in a second, how big they've grown in a year. And they got hit with, what was it, Japanese beetles?
Japanese beetles. Back when the trees were just basically twigs, the Japanese beetles ate any leaves that were coming out of those poor little trees. So we panicked and decided we had to do something drastic because the neem oil and things like that just weren't working.
Right. They were stripping the tree so bad the tree was not going to make it. Teresa says we panicked. We didn't know what to do, and we bought the trees from Stark Brothers. They were like $40-some a piece, so we didn't want to lose them. Anyhow, she's mixing it up. I'm going to press pause, and then we'll go in the orchard area, and she'll show you how she sprays them.
It's easier. I'm so glad I cleaned it. I couldn't see before when it was all green inside.
Okay, Teresa and I started this garden. This is what we call the orchard. This is not our vegetable garden. So we started this last year. These were bare root trees, and you could see this tree is huge, and but this is its second year, and it has some peaches on it that we kept a few on. And we had to paint the bark down the bottom white because it was cracking because it's growing so fast in the heat and the cold. All right, so Teresa has the spray ready, and hey, if you want to go back and see how we planted these trees and all that, we're old, 69 years old, so we can't remember what we did and when we did it. So we have our own garden diary on YouTube, and it's called Garden for Two, TWO. And 4 is FOR.
It may
Garden
not
for
be.
2.
Did I pump it up?
And so we just come out and kind of document what we're doing. So you can see this part of the tree is green, and you can see this part has got clay. So you got to spray every time it rains, and when you get all the new growth on the tree, you got to keep applying more. So Teresa is going to town with it.
Well, I got to wait until the clay comes into it.
And she told us she's going to keep mixing it up.
White now.
Right, because it had water in the sprayer from when she cleaned it.
Yeah.
So she gets pretty close. Wow.
Yeah. So I had already sprayed that tree, and I also sprayed the peaches that are on it. They said especially important to spray the peaches.
Okay, the peaches are important because there's a bug in this area called the plum curculio, if I pronounced that correctly.
Yeah.
And it's kind of what is it? A beetle kind of climbs up the tree, and then it lays its larvae inside your fruit, and you're going to see like 2 holes on your peaches, and they develop in there. And of course, you're going to lose the peach, and then they drop to the ground, and then they make more. So this is going to stop those.
Move over here.
At least we hope they do. So there's not really much to this. It's a little physical work.
And with the peaches, you're supposed to spray right when the petals start falling off, because I waited a little bit too long on this tree. It looks so pretty with all the pink flowers on it. But if you catch it right when the petals of the flowers start falling off, that's right when the plum curculio comes in and starts laying eggs.
Right. So, now we're getting ready to get hit with the Japanese beetles now. It's the time of year. So they'll devastate this tree if we didn't have this clay on it.
Did you show them the peach? There's a peach right over there.
No, I didn't show them any.
Well, show them that peach. This is a later variety.
Okay.
So these peaches will be smaller.
All right. Well, you can come over and show me.
Oh, okay.
I won't find it looking through the camera.
Oh, well, there's one peeking out right here.
Oh.
There's.
Let me zoom in a little bit.
And it's not huge, but it's
hey, it's our first peach. We're excited. Come on.
I am excited.
All right.
There's about 6 of them on this tree. Some of them, the fruits dropped off, and I cut them open, and I found they were all eaten on the inside. So and this one,
hence the
really only
regimen.
one visible. This one grew huge. They're all on this tree about this size. Can you see it?
I think so.
And this is a later variety, so I timed them. They're self-pollinating, but I wanted to have peaches on one tree picked and then start picking the peaches on the next tree.
Okay. All right. So how, when it rains, you got to reapply the spray, but otherwise it'll last about a week?
It lasts, once it gets a good coating on it. I haven't sprayed these leaves on the inside. The powder has stayed on them for like 2 weeks.
2 weeks, yeah. Once you get that first coat is the hardest one to get on there, and then you keep adding to it. All right, so Teresa's going to spray those. This is the area we call the orchard. Now remember, we started all this last year. We have deer back here, so we had to put up deer fence. These are all our potatoes, our white potatoes. Our red potatoes are already picked. So our orchard area, you look all the way down there, we have other trees, 70 feet long and 30 feet wide. So around the perimeter, we're growing strawberries on this side, all the way down. And then we just put sweet potatoes in the bags, in grow bags here. And this year we watered everything by hand last year. So this year we're doing the drip irrigation. We're trying that. So Teresa is still busy running all of that. So what else did you want to say, honey? Anything else about the
Yeah, I wanted to say that I am going to be spraying the rest of the trees with the clay. They don't have fruit on them, but I watched a demonstration on YouTube where the orchard owner put sulfur in with the clay. The sulfur's a powder. And I've been dissolving the sulfur into water and spraying it on the apple trees. They have, they get a disease called cedar apple rust, which is shared between the apple tree and the cedar trees, which are not ours, so I can't cut them down. They said that you can actually mix a diluted amount of sulfur in with the clay. So once I spray the other trees, I'm going to go back and get a couple spoonfuls of sulfur and put it in this mixer and then spray the apples.
Nice little trick.
Yeah, I thought so.
Nice little trick.
Because they are, I don't know if you want to show them what it looks like.
No, we're getting kind of long, I think. But anyhow, back there, we've got in the corner, we've got blueberries. And what else do you got growing? Squash.
Peppers.
Peppers we grow.
Hot and sweet.
And in another section of the garden, we grow watermelon and cantaloupe. And our vegetables are all in another section. And everything is fenced to keep the deer out. So far, cross your fingers, no problem. But rabbits have been a problem. Anyhow, just a reminder, our site, if you want to see us, it's Garden for Two. It is not a professionally edited site. It's just me and Teresa, and it's all raw. So don't expect don't expect a lot. It's our diary, basically, of what we've done and when we've done it in the garden. And maybe a little bit of how-tos in it. But it's really just for us to remember what we did and how we did it. All right, so if you have any questions, post them, and I'll try and get Teresa to answer them for you. And thanks for watching, and join Garden for Two on YouTube.